Okay, we're going to take a look now at the major sevenths, and we're going to be looking at minor sevenths, minor 7/5/5s, dominant sevenths. We're getting a chance to look at the one note down and the two note down left hand. Beautiful piece here. Really, really nice. We're going to jump right to it. It's a long piece. Very involved. It's giving you an opportunity to read a lot in your right hand, get really comfortable with reading all these notes in the right hand, counting them in, and at the same time applying these left hand, what we call voicings, playing the 1 and the 7. By playing the 1 on the 7 left hand, you're holding it down and waiting for the next chord to come up, and it's really getting both hands up in the piano playing some real music. This sounds beautiful. Waiting to check it out. Here we go. Let's get right to it. A lot to look at. Now, starting off, you'll have some options where you want to play the D minor 7 here. Typically, remember now, your left hand wants to go where your right hand's going. If your right hand's going way up here, your left hand will follow it, okay? You don't want to have this stuff going where you're separating too much, okay? I'm using the sustain pedal to hold those tones and keep them working. Second line. Now right there, see how that A flat reappears the second time in that bar? First time. Now here, it's not noted, but it's still an A flat, okay? Remember that the order of flats and sharps will stay sharp or flat until you get to the bar line, then it shuts it off. 2, 3, 4. Same thing here on that A flat 7. That's an E flat on the top because of the previous one. Same thing here. That A flat is going to stay for that B flat 7 now. Okay. Same thing there. Those are all F sharps, even though they're not. It only shows it for 1, but that'll stay sharp until you get to the bar line, and it shuts it off. And you'll see on that E major 7 we had to introduce it again. An A flat there on that G7 on the top note because it appears on the very first beat of the bar. Okay. This is the 6th line now. Isn't that nice? It gives you an opportunity to really hear some music applied with the 1/7s and tons of reading. I mean, this is like the downside of this, where it's going to be difficult. You have to remember, first of all, this particular page is not a week's worth of work. Okay, it's more likely material that you're going to sit with for a few weeks. It's designed in such a way that you could easily spend upwards of a month on it. 3 or 4 weeks, and then even more to refine it more, get it quicker. So what I would suggest doing is to try to see as you're playing this where your tough points are, where your points where you're having trouble. More than likely, it will be when you got to read 2 notes in the right hand at the same time of putting down the 1/7. So what that would indicate that you need to be doing this a lot because you're reading the right hand melody notes got to be fast. And you got to get right to them on the piano. At the same time, your reading of the 1/7s in the left hand have to be really sharp too to get there quickly. So it's a combination of those two things that might slow you down. And if any one is weak, then you're going to hit those points and you're going to be really falling apart. So keep in mind that as you're playing the notes, be looking ahead what's coming up to make it easier on yourself if you're having real trouble with these double notes, these two-note melodies. you can just play the top note of the two-note grouping, and I think that will make it easier, much easier on yourself. Make sure you're counting. Left hand's going to be, in most cases, it's either going to be 2 beats per chord or 4 beats, and you want to hold them down. You see 2 chords in a bar, you're going to hold it down for 2 beats, and the other for 2 beats. And see 1 chord in the bar, you're going to hold it for the whole bar while you're playing the right hand, because you want to have that sound of the 1/7 hold while you're playing this action in the right hand. This is really preparing us for a lot of future playing. You know, some very intense playing. As you can hear there, this sounds very much like you've been playing a lot longer than you have been, because it's a very advanced sound, very professional sound, because you're applying professional techniques. Those 1/7s are very professional. Okay, even though you're looking at it as a beginner, the 1/7s are a tremendous asset to your playing. And reading melodies, as you can see here, by reading 2-note groupings and things, it's really going to boost your overall melody reading of the 1 note. Okay, so enjoy. Great piece here. Good luck.